Let's get one thing straight from the beginning. Kindness alone is not enough to make it in this world. If you believe that simply being a good person will bring you success, you're living in an illusion. And the worst part, deep down, you know it, even if you refuse to admit it. How many times have you felt like people take advantage of you? How often have you done the right thing only to be ignored or, worse, used? You were raised to think that goodness is enough, that honesty and integrity are rewarded, but reality tells a different story. The world doesn't favor the righteous. It favors those who understand how to navigate it strategically. This is where Machiavelli comes in. He grasped a truth that most people ignore. Human nature is selfish, unpredictable, and when necessary, ruthless. In The Prince, he made it clear. Virtue without strategy is a weakness, and kindness without intelligence is a trap. So ask yourself, how many times have you fallen into that trap? Look at the people you admire, the ones who have truly succeeded. Do you think they got there on good intentions alone? No, they understood when to move behind the scenes, when to act, and when to withhold. They didn't see morality as an obstacle, but as a tool. Knowing when to display it and when to conceal it separates leaders from pawns. Your problem isn't that you're kind, it's that you don't know how to protect yourself. You assume everyone plays by the same rules as you, but they don't. The world is full of predators disguised as friends, of opportunists who can sense naivety from miles away. And without realizing it, you've been the perfect target. This is where Machiavelli offers an alternative: intelligent kindness. It's not about becoming ruthless or betraying your values. It's about recognizing that kindness must be paired with awareness. It's about reading people, anticipating their motives, knowing when to trust and when to be cautious. Machiavelli said it's better to be feared than loved, if you must choose. And what have you chosen? You've likely chosen to be loved, to be accepted, to be seen as harmless. But what has that brought you? Not respect, not influence. Instead, it has made you an easy target, someone people know they can exploit without consequence. Kindness without strength doesn't command admiration, it invites pity. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to stop being good. I'm telling you to stop being naive. The world does not reward purity, it rewards intelligence. Machiavelli understood that perception is everything. It's not just about who you are, it's about how others perceive you. If you seem weak, you will be treated as weak. If you project strength, you will earn respect. How many times have you allowed disrespect just to avoid conflict? How many times have you stayed silent to maintain approval, only to lose more than you gained? It's not about cruelty, it's about strategy. The key is knowing when to act, when to speak, when to hold back, and when to strike. Kindness, when used wisely, is a strength. But if left unchecked, it becomes your downfall. Many good people make the mistake of believing the world values purity of heart. It doesn't. The world values power, security, and the ability to make difficult choices. Kindness is respected only when backed by authority. Without power, your kindness is irrelevant. Machiavelli would tell you not to be a lamb among wolves, not to let your morality become your chains. True virtue is not blind submission, it's intelligence. It's not about passively adjusting to your environment, but about shaping it in your favor. So ask yourself, how much longer will you let the world walk over you? How much longer will you be a victim of your own naivety? I'm not telling you to abandon kindness. I'm telling you to wield it wisely. Learn when to smile and when to bare your teeth. The world isn't fair, but you can learn to play by its real rules while staying true to yourself. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to teach cruelty. He wrote it to teach survival. And now, you have a choice. Will you keep believing that kindness alone is enough, or will you start applying true intelligence? Here's a concept few truly grasp: the perception of power. It's not enough to be strong, you have to appear strong. It's not enough to be intelligent, you have to demonstrate intelligence. In this world, reality matters less than how others perceive you. Think about it. How often have you seen incompetence rise while real talent is overlooked? How often have you seen manipulators succeed while noble, hardworking individuals remain stuck? That's no accident. People don't follow the righteous or the deserving. They follow those who project confidence and control. The ones who command attention, who shape their own image, who act as if they hold all the answers, even when they don't. And this is where most fail. They believe truth alone is enough, that competence speaks for itself. But the world doesn't reward those who are right, it rewards those who can sell their version of the story. Machiavelli knew this well. It's not just about what you are, but about what others believe you to be. Perception is everything. A leader who appears uncertain loses influence, even if they're the most qualified. A skilled worker who doesn't make themselves known will never be promoted, no matter how talented. A person who doesn't project value will never be truly desired, no matter what they have to offer. That's why the key isn't just in being, it's in shaping the narrative around yourself. It's about controlling how others see you, ensuring that their assumptions work for you, not against you. People don't see reality as it is. They interpret it through assumptions, biases, and emotions. And the question is, are you allowing those filters to undermine you, or are you using them to your advantage? If you're good but seem weak, you will be treated as weak. If you're just but seem soft, you will be trampled. If you're talented but appear insecure, you will be ignored. And here's where we step into an even deeper level: the control of information. Have you ever wondered why the most powerful always seem to know what others don't? Why do those who dominate the game always seem to have an advantage? The answer is simple: because they know when to speak and when to remain silent. Naive people believe total honesty is a virtue. They think sharing everything they know is the right thing to do. But in reality, information is power. And if you give away power carelessly, you make yourself vulnerable. Machiavelli taught that a leader must conceal their true intentions, not to deceive, but to maintain control. Strategic silence is as powerful as speech. The greatest figures in history, whether in politics, business, or art, never expose everything. They always hold something back. A person who is predictable is easy to manipulate, but someone who keeps others guessing is dangerous. And when you're dangerous, you command respect. This brings us to the final key: strategic patience. Most people want instant success, instant respect, instant power, but true influence belongs to those who know how to wait for the perfect moment. The world is full of people who act impulsively, who move without strategy, but those who truly control the game understand timing. They observe, they calculate, and when the time is right, they strike. Now I ask you, do you want to continue being an open book that anyone can read, manipulate, and use? Or do you want to become a strategist, someone who controls their image, their information, and their unpredictability for their own benefit? Because in this world, power doesn't belong to the fastest, it belongs to the smartest. And once you understand that, you stop being a victim of the system and start being one of the few who master it.